Now, he did not fight in the forest, but founding father Mzee Jomo Kenyatta was undoubtedly a key player in Kenya's fight for freedom.
Our senior reporter Carol Nderi revisits the role of Kenyatta played in the nation's liberation as told by surviving MauMau fighters.
Well, this plaque has been erected here in Rurengo, Nyeri County, is the very spot that the founding father, President Jomo Kenyatta, stood when he addressed the gathered MauMau fighters here in Rurengo, Nyeri, where he urged them to intensify their struggle against the colonialists. Kenyatta was to be arrested later the same year in October. And on that day in July 1952, the destiny of Jomo Kenyatta changed as many gathered here to hear what he had to say. Some of them are still alive and say they immediately recognized Jomo as their leader in the struggle for liberation.
Na Kenyatta akisimama hapa, kulikuwa na wazungu wengi wanakuja kusikiza nini nasema. Na Kenyatta alikuwa anatoa hotuba kubwa sana.
Many wonder how Jomo Kenyatta ascended to power, yet he was not actively involved in the fight. Indeed, he did not participate in the physical war in the Mount Kenya and Aberdare forests, such as other heroes like Field Marshal Dedan Kimathi and his generals. One Captain Nderi says Jomo Kenyatta was the bridge between the colonial government and the MauMau fighters.
Alienda kusomea huko England na alikaa kule, na kule tunajua alikuwa anasema Waafrika wananyanyaswa ni mzungu akiwa huko. Kuna pale inaitwa huko England Square Yard.
Other freedom fighters we spoke to here in Rurengo shared with KTN what transpired when Kenyatta held the famous meeting with them in 1952 right here in Rurengo, Nyeri County.
Kasema punda ni mnyama huwa na mateke makali. Na itaishika kwa maana mzungu ni kama funda. Nitaishika mdomo na nyinyi mutahumilia mateke yake. Watu wakasema ndio tuko tayari kufanya vile. Kenyatta akasema ninafurahi sana kwa kuwa ninaona mko tayari kupigana na mzungu mpaka tumuondoe nchi hii yetu.
Kenyatta niwe alifanya shauri ya kwenda msituni.
Na sisi ndio tulikuwa tuamtuma Ulaya.
Even though he did not have to dodge the white man's bullets or bombs thrown deep into the forests like the MauMau fighters, the MauMau heroes we spoke to said they could not have done much without him. In 1929, he had been sent to London by the Kikuyu Central Association to present their case of the land wars that afflicted the community.
Tulimkubali kama kiongozi wetu. Kwa maana alikuwa na megza na hatungeenda kwenda huko England kwa maana hatukuwa tukijua kusoma.
When the MauMau uprising began in 1951 and the state of emergency declared on October 20th, 1952, Kenyatta was arrested and together with 5 others, they were sentenced to 7 years imprisonment. They were later referred to as the Kapunguria Six and were detained in far-flung Lodwar. They were then sent to different places across the country on house arrest. Jomo Kenyatta was sent to Maraland. We met Lydia Wangare in Rurengo. She recalls how she was part of the team that welcomed Kenyatta in Gatondo when he was finally released from his house arrest in Lodwar.
Mimi nani naenda kwake siku hiyo aumire Lodwar akekwa kahoa, mimi nakuja kwa Kenyatta.
And a song befitting the happy occasion that she sang for him.
Kenyatta ni haki yetu, Kenyatta ni haki yetu, Kenyatta ni haki yetu, hapa Kenya. Kenya ho githema kweli, Kenya ho githema kweli, Kenya ho githema kweli, wetafugwo. Kenyatta the mire kweli, Kenyatta the mire kweli, Kenyatta the mire kweli, na kivugo.
Jomo Kenyatta went on to become Prime Minister and then Kenya's first president when Kenya attained independence on December 12, 1963. The founding father was head of state for 15 years before passing on in 1978.
Hakufanya na tungetaka ifanywe na serikali ya leo ni triple vidia.
And while they celebrate Jomo Kenyatta's role in Kenya's liberation, many former MauMau fighters feel that their efforts were not rewarded even when Kenyatta assumed power. It should be noted that MauMau remained in an illegal outfit until 2003 when Mwai Kibaki ascended into power and when he lifted the ban against the MauMau organization. It is only when the ban was lifted that they were able to sue the British government for the atrocities committed against them by the colonial government. 50 years on, they are still begging the government to fully recognize their role in fighting for Kenya's independence. Even though they are now old and frail, they are still optimistic that their fortunes will change now that the son of Jomo, Uhuru, is president.
Wapewe haki, wapewe mashamba, wapewe pesa ya wazee, wapewe ulipo wa hospitali, sababu hawa ndio walipigania uhuru. Akawashia huyu mtoto yake.
Nderi for KTN in Nderi, Nyeri County.